If they could beat me, they would have went to the polls. But now when I bring the people out, you don't let them in?
Her synthetic wig is not lying, y'all. That synthetic wig is telling the truth, possibly.
Always, 10,000 residents come and vote for township government.
Why do you think it changed?
Because they can't beat me.
See what I'm saying? How do we know? She might be right. How do we know? They didn't let it play out. And there had to be a reason. Did Napoleon not think he could beat her fair and square? So he did that? I don't know why they wouldn't just play it out. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, get into the comments and let me know what you think about this, okay? Is anyone else out there just feeling a little bit sorry for Tiffany this morning when they woke up? I know I'm not the only one because I don't, so I'm not even one, so I can't be the only one. But I was curious to know if anyone else was. Is if you were, if you do, I can understand how. Because, you know, in retrospect, looking back on it, I'm gonna tell you what's happening here. But first, we're gonna get some better footage of what had happened. Apparently, we can hear some of the things that Tiffany was saying. A lot of it was Napoleon. She was calling this man's name. Oddly enough, his name is Napoleon. He's pretty tall, so that's weird. Maybe his parents didn't know which way it would go. Maybe he's tall with a short dad or something. I don't know. But let's hop in and see, you know, what all has happened since that. A lot happened since last night.
Yes, y'all done ran my name through the mud and did everything. But guess what? As you pull the third on me, I must grow from it. And I will grow from it because I done went through it, but now I'm going to grow from it.
Oh my God, all the metaphors.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Schneider.
I'm Dawn Hasbrook. Let's get right into it. The biggest challenge yet for Tiffany Henyard in Thornton Township.
Nate Rogers spoke with Henyard one-on-one ahead of a contentious candidate meeting tonight. Nate.
Absolutely, guys. Certainly a lot of chaos at tonight's forum, as well as blurred lines and really misunderstandings from residents that attended tonight. You got to keep in mind, there has not been a...
The way this man put his wife's sweater on before he left the house this morning, that part for me, that is definitely his wife's sweater. Like, that's no way he pulled that out of his own closet. Absolutely not, okay?
A candidates forum here in 20 years, a Democratic caucus we're talking about. Folks had showed up hoping to name their candidate to be slated for the ballot next year. However, we're told that Senator Napoleon Harris, who is now running for supervisor of Thornton Township, he allowed his folks to go in first.
What was the process supposed to be? The process was followed and it came out the way it was supposed to.
Here's how it all started. More than 200 people outside waiting to enter Homewood Flossmoor's Park District.
But the people who were attending the party are the ones who was in there voting. That's unfair to us residents standing out here in the cold.
Inside the auditorium.
Okay, so yeah, I heard about this. So apparently they had like a party. He reserved the place for like a party before it. So the people who were already inside for the party were still in there when, you know, it come time for the people to start coming in for the voting and stuff. But the people who were already there at the party, which you already know whose side they're on because they were there for the party, they take up most of the space. So then that keeps all the people out. You see what I'm saying? Like it's definitely. I'll give you my opinion afterwards. We'll finish this out first. I have a big opinion about this, and it's key. Okay.
Was already packed with Senator Napoleon Harris supporters who had been allowed to enter beforehand.
I heard you say no other candidates were eligible. What does that mean? What happened? Well, what happened was they didn't submit the required paperwork. They didn't have a full slate, and they were deemed ineligible to run.
They didn't, meaning who?
Whoever they is.
You don't even know who they are, but you know that they weren't eligible. I'm just saying. I'm saying when you hate somebody so much that you just want them gone and you don't care if even the devil come and take them away and take their place. I'm just saying. That which they will do to them, they will do to you. I'm just saying, just saying. Look at Tiffany. Oh, poor thing.
Harris is talking about current Township Supervisor Tiffany Henyard, who expected to be added to the slate as well.
Napoleon, how you feel not let the people be heard? How you ain't let the people be heard?
We spoke to
It's hilarious though, listening to Tiffany talk about you ain't gonna let the people be heard, and she always be shutting the people up. All she would do was shut the people up. You're talking out of turn. That's what y'all need to learn. I'm trying to teach y'all. That's why I'm trying to teach y'all something. I be trying to teach all the time. This helper shutting people up constantly, locking people out constantly, locking this door, not letting people in, them having to go to court to have their meetings in another room where there's enough room for everybody because these people be stuck outside. And now here she is. You ain't gonna let all the people be heard. Okay, Tiffany. Okay.
Henyard in an exclusive interview hours earlier. Tonight's caucus, led by Senator Harris, was to name candidates for supervisor, clerk, trustee, assessor, and highway commissioner.
I think it's fair to the public to allow the committee man to host the caucus, whereas he wants to run in. I think it should have been left to the voters like it always has been.
Henyard calling tonight's power move illegal.
Guys, have a good night, eat the food, and be merry.
I thought this was weird. I called it out last night. I said, this feels weird. The person who he named himself as the candidate. He said the supervisor, Thornton supervisor, Democratic person is going to be Napoleon. It's him. It's himself. Like he announced himself and everybody else said there, nobody else is eligible. I am now the person. It just feels, I mean, just in general, just like, and you got to think about it in general, that takes a certain type of person to do that. And I'm just saying the hairline is giving horns. It's giving Daryl Brooks. I already know where this is going. Just so y'all know, I already can see where this is going. This is what happens. People trying to run out of a fire and then they run into a volcano by accident, trying to get away from the fire. It's you still want to do things the right way. And now she gets to be a martyr. It's like, oh, she was this youngest person. She had these 2 jobs. She was young. She was a woman. In history is going to end up actually somehow favoring her, possibly because of this. Because of the way this man came in and yoink. And the way she stood there all by herself in a room full of hate. Just came in wearing pink. I don't like the way that he did it. Ultimately, I don't like the way that he did it. I don't necessarily trust this man. I don't know enough about him. I work on vibes. And I don't like the vibes of this dude. I mean, he's perfect for, serving Tiffany some just desserts because she needed some. She was hungry. But now Thornton Township is going to have a whole nother problem on their hands. This guy, if he feels like he could put himself in a place like that, who's going to tell him what to do? Who's going to try to put him in any place? Who's going to remind him of his duties? Who's going to do that? Nobody. It's going to be the same thing like Tiffany, except for now it's going to be a tall dude. Like that's the difference.
Napoleon Harris, the committeeman, the senator, has them stalling because he is in bed with them. He's their puppet master. He's telling them, don't go to board meetings, wait on insurance.
As many questions remain about the township's future, cheers from Harris's supporters and outrage from Henyard's supporters.
I think it's absolutely absurd that you have all these people out here. You have the seniors out here.
Total voter suppression.
Absolutely.
How you win? Stand on your record, what you're going to do for the people, what you've already done, and let the people elect you. You can't do stuff like this.
The problem is that you can do stuff like this. And that he did do a thing like that.
What was the process supposed to be?
The process was followed and it came out the way it was supposed to.
Here's how it all started.
The process was followed and it came out the way it was supposed to. When you're the winner, it's a weird thing to say. It's like, oh, hey, look, we followed the rules. I was supposed to win. And so I won. It sounds shysty to me. I don't trust him. And he's taking advantage. He literally, obviously, is taking advantage of the fact that he knows that they so want to get away from her that he swooped in and was like, hey, I can help y'all. Just make me king, And now that's going to be their new problem. Well, I mean, if nothing else, I'll be here to, roast whoever's up next. I don't mind. Napoleon, I don't mind. It's okay. If you want to be it, you better come in and come correct. That's all I'm saying. Because I don't mind. He better come in on some listening and on some not arrogant, weird shit. That's all I'm saying to you, okay?
It should have been a primary. It always has been in the history of Thornton Township. Always 10,000 residents come and vote for township government.
Why do you think it changed?
Because they can't beat me.
See what I'm saying? How do we know? She might be right. Nobody can beat her. She might be right, y'all. How do we know? How do we know? They didn't let it play out. And there had to be a reason. Why would they? What was the big whoop? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is so weird. Like, did Napoleon not think he could beat her fair and square? So he did that? I don't know. It feels weird to me. I don't know why they wouldn't just play it out. Like, I would have loved to. I was looking forward to the whole election process, like covering it. Like, he just come in and just yoink. It was done so weird that I kind of hope whoever the Republican person is wins. You know, I don't like sneakiness. Like, I have this thing, I don't like sneakiness.
If they could beat me, they would have went to the polls. But now when I bring the people out, you don't let them in?
Her synthetic wig is not lying, y'all. That synthetic wig is telling the truth. Possibly. It's possible that synthetic wig, that thing is, I ain't never seen it in this lighting before, but it's definitely synthetic. That shit is not human. It's definitely giving wire.
Make that make sense.
To me, there are perception issues with it that are right to get attention. Will the court look at those perception issues? Probably not, but the voters certainly should.
Bill Cadigan is a former state board of elections chairman who says the caucus system is legal in Illinois, as is holding multiple elected positions.
No, it does not look like good government, and it looks like more of the same in Thornton Township.
The two South suburban governments Henyard runs have been in chaos since soon after WGN Investigates began reporting on her spending and abrasive leadership style. She and her entourage racked up more than $100,000 in travel, meals, and more. Her namesake cancer charity was shut down for failing to report how it spends money.
I'm kind of glad that they're reminding us of why we did not like Tiffany. It's nice. Thank you. Because, you know, you almost start to feel bad for her until you start remembering what the fuck I've been talking about for the last 6 months.
Before last night's defeat, Henyard vowed not to be deterred.
The show will go on.
Oh.
Her team says they're asking the state's attorney and Illinois Attorney General to investigate the legality of last night's raucous caucus. Henyard can run
Oh my God, the raucous really? The raucous caucus?
as a write-in candidate for Township Super.
Why is this man standing like this in the suit? You know, you go to the dry cleaners and the clothes be like on the thing and they be spinning. He look like he's in, like, still on the hanger, you know, Sir, where is your spine at? And why is it not working correctly? Okay.
But remember, she's also facing a big challenge to stay on as the mayor of Dalton.
She don't care about that mayor position. I'm gonna tell you why, because she don't make hardly nothing at that job. She don't make hardly nothing. The only reason she liked that job so much was because she was leaning on the finances of the Thornton Township job. Like, that's how she paid for her boyfriend. Got her boyfriend. Keeps her boyfriend. Because like I said, he there for the money, honey. It is my theory. Okay, and as soon as she's out of here, I feel pretty confident that my theory will be proven correct. Okay, we'll see how quickly he's gone. That's why I keep saying, girl, don't get knocked up. Tiffany, do not get knocked up. Okay, don't do it.
Why do you think it changed?
Because they can't beat me.
Damn, they can't beat her. She said it. She done told y'all, and y'all can't prove otherwise because y'all didn't have an election. So that's on you. I don't know what to tell you. That's your fault. You did this, okay? It was not Tiffany's synthetic wig that did this. It was y'all. See, Napoleon pulled this one out like, oh, I got something. I got a wild card. And that's why she didn't see that coming, probably. Poor thing. Oh, so now, with that being said, I want to tell you guys my thoughts about this. So what happened? Okay, what he did, what happened here, it may or may not have been done legally or correctly, morally or ethically. It could be, I don't know, because I'm not a lawyer. I am, however, a people watcher. I understand people. I know what to expect from humans. I've been watching them for a long time from afar. I don't necessarily like to engage with them, but I definitely like to watch them. Everybody's looking at this like this was Tiffany's karma. This and it is. This is Tiffany's karma. But the way you leave the room matters. It's not just that you leave the room, it's how you leave the room. they by them co-signing on him doing this and being all ecstatic about him doing this, and this it is a shiesty way to do it. It's a very it's not an honorable way. I can tell you that. I don't know if it's legal or not, but it's definitely not the honorable thing to do. And in a democracy, this is America. But him doing that and feeling just fine, announcing himself as that's a character. I won't say flaw. I'm thinking flaw, but for everyone else, I'll say it's a character trait. How about that? Okay, it's a character trait, and it's not a positive one. Okay, I don't want to use the word narcissistic, but it is. It's what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, it's narcissistic as fuck, and it's gonna come back and it's gonna bite the people. Everybody who was jumping up and down, they're so excited to see her go. They're so excited to see her unhappy and punished that they're not looking where they're going. And they're walking right into it after all that time. And it's just sad because after all that time of having to deal with this, you finally getting her out. She's finally gonna be gone, and you gotta worry about doing this anymore. And then you find somebody that could be worse because that thing he did, and just feeling okay. I can't get past him feeling okay, announcing himself as the person, and that nobody else was eligible because he said so. You know, I'm the Democratic candidate. Me, Napoleon. I am. Oh, why am I? Oh, because nobody else is eligible. How are they not eligible? Because they didn't do the thing that I expect of them in a timely manner. What was that thing? It does whatever the thing was. Who were the people? Whoever they were. I mean, come on. If you can't see this coming a mile away, this is gonna turn Tiffany. If it make you feel any better, Mama's gonna be over here making videos roasting Napoleon soon. It's looking like, cause I mean, I don't have high hopes for this guy. I think they should have thought that one a little bit through. Somebody should have been the person in the room saying, yeah, we hate her, we want her gone. But it actually is very important that she see how that is not true. That as far as she's concerned now, she could still say, I still had the majority vote. And honestly, the way that he did it makes you think maybe she did. Why would he feel the need to do that? They must have did like a poll or something and saw that her following was way more than what people thought. You know what I mean? Like, and so maybe that's why she, that they did that, because they were like, fuck, she's going to win. Like, we don't know that now because they didn't allow it to happen. They didn't allow it to happen. So now we don't know. So when Tiffany says, I was going to win by a landslide, we can't say she lying. We don't even know. We're never going to know. Y'all behave. And if you don't feel sorry for Tiffany, congratulations. Welcome to the club. But neither do I. She got what she deserved. The ship is sinking. Don't climb on it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like they just climbed on the sinking ship with her by doing that. Mama love you. Yes, you do. Ooh. Peace.